Hello everyone, this is Randy here again. Another episode of Farming Simulator 15. And we are playing on the old family farm on the RDL and multiplayer server. Just myself on again at the moment. We got ourselves a field to harvest here. Actually, two of them, I believe. Like 5 and 13. 3 and 6 there are grass, if I recall correctly. So yeah, it's just a small wheat field here. So it shouldn't take too long to harvest this at all. In some ways it's kind of nice on a small map like this. You can finish stuff relatively quickly. Are we making straw? Yes, we are. Okay. Every little bit helps for making money here, so if we take the straw and sell it, yeah, obviously won't make a whole lot, but we'll make a little bit of money. Speaking of which, I forgot to log in as admin, so I'm not sure how much we have. We were up to like 35,000 if I remember correctly, so getting there towards probably a new tractor. Okay, what do we have? The field, what, half done already about? And yeah, we do have a tipper there, but we probably actually won't even need it. I have my doubts if we'll fill the combine up on this field. It'll be close. Might be close, but I don't think we will. Obviously, you know, if it was canola, then we definitely wouldn't. Probably takes more time to turn around for the next pass than it does to actually go up and down the field here. Okay, what, 2 more passes and I think we'll have this field wrapped up already. We'll have not even 5 minutes to harvest the field from the looks of it, maybe. That'll be close to a record, I think, on my channel for harvesting a field. At least if I'm doing it myself, anyway. That's not bad, too. It looks like I got 100% of it this time. Don't see any missing bits. Oh, wait, there's one right over there. Oh, well, that's one little spot. One little couple stalks over there I missed. Close enough. That's pretty good. And 92 2%. Not a whole lot, that's for sure. And I'm not sure what's on the other field here. We'll have to figure that out when we're over there, I guess. Okay, finally we're empty. I think it takes as long to empty this small combine as it does the large combine. And by large combine, I mean the large New Holland combine. The CR 1090, I believe it is. Just wide enough, I guess, for the combine here. Kind of shrubby, almost look like that's a little almost like raspberry bushes, maybe, or something like that. Okay, field 13 is canola. Yeah, we definitely won't fill the combine up on this. Field is twice as big, we probably still want. Is fertilized. Not sure if this field's fertilized here. Yeah, maybe it is. Hard to tell. Obviously, it's dark out here, so. And like I've said before, generally speaking, I don't like to record my videos when it's nighttime out, but pretty much all that was going on at the on the server here. And yeah, I didn't want to fast forward time to become morning because the withering is on the server, so at least it should be anyway. Unless it comes off by default. I don't know, will it show that here? Plant growth normal, plant withering is on. Well, it says it's on, so. I'll still have to say I do like what Giants has done with the combine headers here. The animation there really adds a lot to the game in my opinion. I know modders are doing that in 2013, but to see Giants actually have that in the game in 2015 here, I think that looks really nice. Oh, what in the world? Who puts a pole right at the end of the field? Yeah, definitely be interesting to see what modders come up with for 2015 here. I know I've said this before, but it does seem like Giants set the bar fairly high this time. Most of their models look quite good. Got some decent animations on them and stuff like that. So, yeah, definitely interesting to see how modders, what modders can come up with. So far, it seems like it's been a lot of additions to the game. various crops, scripts that change the way stuff works, biogas plants, etc. Seems like a lot of that stuff so far for the modders. Soil mod, another good example there. And yeah, both videos for today got uploaded relatively late, like a couple hours ago. Let's see, I don't think there's any comments on either of them yet. No comments on either of them yet, so... Not sure what took so long for them to upload. Possibly, I'm thinking maybe the bad weather was slowing my internet connection down or something maybe, but... And of course there was 2 videos, so that always takes longer then too. Yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying the kind of farm mechanic simulator there. Definitely not quite as good as Car Mechanic Simulator 2015, but it's kind of interesting, tractors and combines and such. For those of you that played Car Mechanic Simulator 2014, very similar feel. Not sure why, Playway made it more like Car Mechanic Simulator 2014 than they did 2015. Car Mechanic Simulator 2015 feels much more refined and clean and a lot more detailed. In 2015, I think you can strip the car right down to nothing. Whereas, yeah, Farm Mechanic Simulator 2015, there's still certain parts you can't take off, like a lot of the engine block and stuff like that. Just kind of the way 2014 was, Car Mechanic Simulator 2014. Okay, let's get the combines emptied here, and then we'll see what's maybe picking up that straw we have. Oh well, I guess it's going to do a side dump. I figured, if I did a back, or, dump to the rear, that'd look a little more better, but I guess not. Guess it'll dump to the side. There is a mod you can add, by the way, that you can actually control that, for those of you who actually want that feature. And the canola out of the combine here. Forgot to check how much that filled, though. Was it like, I don't think it was even 40%, I don't believe. Out of curiosity, what do we have in stock? 8,000 wheat. That is not much. And 2,900 canola. Wow. I have to say one thing, though. At least the field will pay for itself after one harvest. Not sure if you see that on too many other maps where, after one harvest, the field will pay for itself. I think it usually takes 2 to 3 harvests, it seems like. Okay, let's just drop the tipper, I guess. And just for the fun of it, I guess we'll windrow it first. Not sure if it really benefits a whole lot, but... Yeah, one thing's for sure, field prices in this game are pretty cheap. I mean, a couple $100 for a field. Like I say, it doesn't take too long to pay for the field at that price. Even that 2,000 canola we got, well, almost we'll say 3,000 canola we got, should bring in, oh, probably depends on the price tag, $1,000 to $2,000. Okay, one last pass and we'll actually have this field windrowed already. At the rate we're going here, we'll be out of stuff to do in about 5 minutes. Oh, there it goes. I'm going to say, I was looking in the rear view mirror. It's like I don't see it folding up yet. There it is. Probably work on getting some animals for the farm here as well. Probably one thing, we actually do have, or could produce enough manure to cover all the fields on this farm. Okay, not quite a wide enough pickup to pick up that entire bit there. One thing's for sure, we definitely got more straw than we did wheat off this field. And we'll just pick up a couple of the miscellaneous pieces here. I'm curious, I'm looking at this field here and I see the lines where we picked up the straw. I don't recall ever seeing that before. Kinda weird. Oh, can we not pick that up there? That's weird. Why not? Don't think it matters what type of straw it is, as far as I can recall anyway. You know, obviously you got wheat straw and barley straw. best of my knowledge, I think you can pick them both up without any troubles. Maybe not, though. Okay, sell point, I believe, was the barn here. No, straw is not accepted there. Okay. Let's check. I believe it was one of these barns. I don't remember which one, though. Straw is not accepted there either. One problem, you start playing a whole bunch of maps, remember where all the sell points or everything is all the time. And unless I have the directions in front of me, I usually don't remember. Yeah, this is the grass one, I believe. Yeah, okay. Thought that was the straw one, but maybe not. That is definitely straw in there. I think that's straw. Let's double check. That straw in there. I would definitely say that's straw. Try one more time here, double check. Maybe I actually gotta be backed in better. Ah, there it is. Okay. I don't know what that silly nonsense was saying about straw not accepted here then. That actually is where you put the straw. Or can put the straw anyway. Okay. I think we got a few minutes left yet, so we'll park this thing up and grab a cultivator, I guess. Oh, maybe for the fun of it, let's grab a plow. That is if this tractor can handle a plow anyway. I have to say that is one thing you don't see too many people playing farming sim doing is plowing. I'm not sure why, but, well, I kind of sort of am. Even myself, I don't do a whole lot of plowing. I do the cultivating usually, but not the plowing so much. You know, just plowing, especially with a plow like this anyway, it takes a while. And before someone suggests it, no, we will not be selling the plow. Keep the plow in case of grass seeding accidents. Now, let's see. So do I have to be here or do I have to actually be in the furrow? We'll find out, I guess. Like I have to be in the furrow. Okay. I rather thought that would be the case with a smaller plow here. Definitely a little more difficult to keep the line straight with a plow. At least considering how narrow it is anyway. And look at that, it's midnight. And actually, if you don't want to turn the plow around, you know, field this small, not so bad, you just drive to the other end. Obviously, a larger field, the time it takes to drive to the other end, probably not the most recommended, but one of those you plow from each end and meet in the middle. Or you can plow from the middle and go outwards. And now, depending on who you listen to, I was actually listening to somebody who was saying that this type of plowing actually is not good for your field. And I'm going to say that was a lag spike there that caused the steering to go wonky. Anyway, like I was saying, depending on who you listen to, some people actually say this is not a good type of plowing for your field. This type of plowing, multi-burrow plowing, actually turns the soil over. And what they say, it actually puts the nutrients too low for the plants to be able to use quickly. I'm guessing probably once, you know, they're somewhat mature, you know, get a good root system going, they could probably reach down to them, but the initial growth there, actually say this type of plowing actually puts the nutrients too low in the ground for the plants to be able to use them. And yeah, like I said before, typically you don't see this type of plowing done in my area. Like a sod field or something, maybe you'll see it used then, but typically you see the chisel plowing done. And yeah, typically it's much easier or much quicker to do a chisel plow than it is to actually plow this way. And I'm sure there'll probably be someone out there that'll say, you know, you don't need to plow, right? Yes, I'm quite aware you don't need to plow the field in order to, you know, just cultivate it will be good. Now, the whole point I play this game is to have fun, so if I consider plowing fun, well, I guess I consider plowing fun. Although typically I don't do it that often because, yeah, at least for the larger fields, I don't find it fun. just because the plows are so stinking small. Although the large plow in the game isn't too bad, although it is still pretty small if you ask me. At least compared to the bigger cultivators anyway. Okay, folks, and with that, I think we better wrap up the episode. I'll probably finish plowing this field. And yeah, if folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them below. And as always, thanks for watching, and until next time.